You know, sometimes life throws us into storms we never saw coming. Storms that change how we see love, trust, and even family. Today's story is one of those. It's a story about betrayal, forgiveness, and the heavy cost of silence. And it's told by Temmie, a young woman whose faith in love was tested in the hardest way possible. Let's hear from her.
You ever feel like your life turned into one long episode of a show you didn't audition for? Yeah, that's been my life this past year. I'm 23, a freshly trained nurse, finally done with clinicals, exams, and sleepless nights. I should be celebrating. I should be happy. But instead, I'm watching my whole family crumble like it never existed. My parents were that couple everyone envied. You know the type, the Sunday church pair, matching Ankara outfits, still holding hands after 25 years. My mom, Evelyn, graceful, calm, prayerful. My dad, Richard, charming, funny, the kind of man everyone said was a family man. They met in nursing school back in the late 90s. She was the shy, book-smart girl. He was the loud, confident guy who always made her laugh. Their love story was the kind people told at weddings. They built everything together: a home, a life, and me, their only child. For most of my childhood, things looked perfect. We had movie nights, family dinners, road trips. I grew up believing this was love, that steady, safe kind of love. But the thing about perfect is, sometimes it's just really good acting. Last year, everything fell apart. My mom found out my dad had been sleeping with her best friend, Annie, the same woman who used to braid my hair and buy me birthday gifts. My Aunt Annie. She was single, never married, no kids. One of those strong, independent women I used to look up to after my mom. Bold, confident, always put together. I remember her and Mom sitting in the living room, talking about life, about the men who disappointed her, the ones who promised forever and disappeared. Mom used to comfort her, tell her she'd find someone good one day. We all believed Annie just hadn't met the right man yet. Turns out, the right man was my father all along. That day, when Mom found out, it felt like the world tilted off its axis. I still remember her sitting on the kitchen floor, shaking, clutching her phone like it burned her hand. She didn't cry at first. She just stared at nothing, whispering, "How could he?" And I swear, in that moment, I saw her age 10 years. Since then, she's never been the same. She barely eats, barely sleeps. The woman who used to hum while cooking now just exists. And every time I visit, it feels like I'm watching her fade. Then, last week, my dad called me. He said he had news. And my gut told me nothing good starts with that sentence. He said, "Temmie, Annie and I are engaged." And then, as if that wasn't enough, He added, I want you to be one of the bridesmaids. It'll be symbolic of forgiveness. Forgiveness? That word hit like a slap. How do you destroy our family? And then ask me to stand there, smiling in pastel pink, pretending it's love. I told him no, flat out number. And he said I was holding on to hate. No, Dad. I'm holding on to boundaries. I'm holding on to the tiny bit of self-respect I have left. Now, half my family says I should be the bigger person, that he's still your father. And the other half, mostly Mom's side, says I should cut him off completely. It's like I'm stuck in the middle of a war no one asked me to fight in. The crazy part is, all of this has started to mess with my own relationship. Andre, my boyfriend, he's an EMT. We met during my nursing practice at an elderly care home. He's kind, patient, steady in ways I didn't even know I needed. But lately, I catch myself pulling away. Every time he says, I love you, a part of me flinches. Because in the back of my mind, I keep hearing, my mom probably thought that too. She thought she was loved, safe, chosen. Now, I don't know what to believe. Andre deserves better than my doubts. But I can't unsee what betrayal does to a person. I can't unhear my mother crying at 3 a.m. or my dad justifying it as falling out of love. Sometimes I sit at my favorite cafe, corner seat by the window, caramel latte in hand, pretending to study or scroll my phone. But really, I'm just people watching. Couples laughing, holding hands, teasing each other. And every time I feel this ache in my chest. Why can't we just be that simple? Why can't love stay pure, without secrets, without someone's best friend in the mix? I want to believe in love again. I really do. But part of me feels like the child who watched the two people she trusted most burn down everything they built. And now I'm supposed to just smile through the ashes. I know one thing though. If forgiveness is ever going to happen, it won't be on someone else's schedule. It will happen when I can look at my father and not see the man who broke my mother. When I can look at Annie and not feel sick. I can't even look at my mom right now because my heart shatters every time I try. I don't even have the right words to say to her. When I can look at love itself and not feel scared. Until then, I'm choosing peace, even if that peace means distance, because some wounds can't be rushed, and not every family deserves a reunion picture. I'm not sure where life goes from here, but I know this. I'm done pretending everything's fine. and I'm done apologizing for how I heal.
You know, listening to Temmie's story, I can't help but think betrayal doesn't just destroy trust, it changes how a person sees love itself. What Annie did wasn't just betrayal, it was trespass. To cross the sacred boundary of friendship like that, knowing the years, the laughter, the children who called you aunt, that's more than selfishness. That's cruelty dressed as romance. Even if Evelyn, Temmie's mom, had her faults, no justification makes it right for a friend to dip her head into a pot that's already boiling. Annie's decision didn't just cost her Evelyn's trust, it cost her the respect of everyone who ever saw her as family. And to Charlie, Temmie's father, there's a truth that many men ignore. If a woman has a trail of failed relationships and never found stability, maybe that's not bad luck. Maybe that's a red flag, because what begins in betrayal rarely ends in peace. After divorce, it's okay to move on. People do. But moving on with your ex-wife's best friend? That's not love. That's salt in the wound. It's reckless. It's cruel. And it leaves scars that don't fade easily. To Temmie, your pain is valid, and your boundaries aren't bitterness, they're wisdom. Forgiveness doesn't mean reunion. Sometimes, forgiveness is just the quiet decision to stop bleeding for people who cut you. This story reminds us, loyalty still matters. Friendship still has sacred lines. And love, real love, doesn't come at the cost of someone else's peace. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Temmie will be reading them. See you in the next episode. Real women, real stories, real emotions.